Our first story says ex-CNN correspondent Jim Acosta interviews AI avatar of deceased Parkland shooting victim. What the hell is going on with this headline, huh? So this is a story that I saw was being mostly reported on by the right. If you look at our bias distribution down here, and you can't see my cursor, but you can see where the things are popping up. We've got right as 59% reporting leaning. 18% is reporting is coming from the left, and then 24% is coming from the center. So what exactly is going on? Well, Jim Acosta decided to interview an AI avatar of one of the Parkland shooting victims. And this isn't just like something that he created. This is the parents of this victim actually came up with this avatar to, one, to be able to hear their child's voice again, but two, to also try to be an advocate for gun rights. But was this the right move by Jim Acosta? So I've sorted by factuality, and I believe that my piece is actually from the HuffPost, which leans left, has a high factuality, and the title says, "What the fuck? Jim Acosta slammed over one-of-a-kind interview with dead Parkland victim." Let's go ahead and get into the article here by HuffPost and see what's going on. I didn't size any of these. Sorry, I should have done that before the show started. So, all right. Let's start from here. Former CNN host Jim Acosta faced backlash Monday after sharing what he called a one-of-a-kind interview with AI version of Parkland school shooting victim Joaquin Oliver, a bot created by his parents to honor their son on what would have been his 25th birthday. The interview, shared to Acosta's Substack page, depicts Oliver, one of the 17 who died in the 2018 massacre, remarking on the cause of death and stressing why it's important to talk about gun violence in schools. The AI, when asked for its solution to gun violence, emphasized a need for a mix of stronger gun laws, mental health support, and community engagement. The bot of Oliver proceeded to speak in a noticeably higher tone before discussing the late teens' interest in the Miami Heat and Star Wars. Acosta, who declared the technology left him speechless, called the conversation so insightful, telling the late teens father, Manuel Oliver, that it felt like the first time he really got to know his son. "I felt like I was communicating with him, which is just so remarkable," Acosta said. People say, well, AI, it could be bad. It could cause all these destructive things. This is an example of how it might actually do some good. It might help some people who have suffered tremendous losses like your family have a way to hold on to who this person was, which I think is a beautiful thing. And then this is his, the interview. Manuel Oliver and his wife Patricia Oliver, co-founders of the gun advocacy group Change the Ref, have been involved in other projects that demand action against gun violence, including school shooting video game, a play, and a site that uses AI to recreate victims' voices for calls to Congress. Manuel Oliver, in a video shared to X, formerly Twitter, acknowledged that AI was his and his wife's idea, adding that Acosta shouldn't be blamed for what he was able to do in the interview. "If the problem that you have is with the AI, then you have the wrong problem," he said. "The real problem is that my son was shot 8 years ago. So if you believe that it's not the problem, you are part of the problem." No, okay? There can be more than one problem here. Yes, it is definitely an issue that your son was shot. But let's just finish the article, and then I'll give my little insight here. While Acosta restricted those who could reply on his X posts, that wasn't the same case on his Bluesky account, where a number of critics were stunned by the AI move. "Hey, Jim, a quick question. What the fuck is wrong with you?" replied one user. And then here are the replies on Bluesky, which is a very left-leaning platform. The majority of the people on Bluesky are left-leaning people. So the fact that he's getting this much heat, not only on X, but also on Bluesky, shows that this isn't just, these aren't just people on the right that are being critical of him. Like this is something that people should be allowed to be critical of him for, in my opinion. So let's read some of these replies real quick, because this is the end of the article. "Hey, Jim, quick question. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're interviewing ChatGPT, not Joaquin Oliver. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. This is not him. This is not his true self. This is a computer generating answers. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. This is unconscionable, ghoulish, and manipulative. How dehumanizing do you have to be to think this was a good idea? This is absolutely disgusting, and I honestly don't understand why you would need to be told that interviewing a fake person is not journalism, but apparently here we are. This is awful. You should have more integrity than this. You're talking to the simulacrum of a dead person. You're using a child's corpse for what? Entertainment? His parents didn't have the right to do this. His parents did have the right to do this, but they are grieving. They aren't thinking straight. You should know better. Yeah, well, I mean, they're grieving after 8 years. I don't know. I think that they probably knew and were in their right mind when they did this, but that's just me. Yeah, well, I'll be live streaming the game of Ouija. Okay, yeah. Over the first 4 decades of my life on this planet, I quite enjoyed the dystopian sci-fi fiction and movies. They were always interesting and cautionary, but it never felt especially threatening. Now it seems like every day I have the thought, oh, this is how we ended up here. You win today with this shit. So, yeah, that's the article. And in my opinion, this should have stayed something that the parents kept like in the privacy of their home. I know that there are corporations and companies who are trying to make it to where you can hear dead people's voices and things like that, and that helps people grieve. This definitely seems manipulative. This is using the avatar, like somebody said in the article, using the avatar of a dead child to push gun advocacy rights or gun safety rights. And while I agree that maybe there is an issue with how easy it is for people to get guns and that maybe there does need to be more regulation, I don't think that this is the way to do it. And there are some people who are so hard-lined on this, like David Hogg, who was there, who was one of the Parkland victims. I don't think he got shot, but he was involved. He was one of the classmates of Joaquin Oliver. Like, he has said he will do whatever it takes to advance the gun advocacy laws that he is pushing for. So I see why it's happening. I don't agree with the uses of it personally, but that's just me. Hey, thanks for checking out this video from Nightly News this morning. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video or when we go live on Tuesdays and Fridays.